Hello, everybody. Welcome to this Saturday Star Channeling. I very much look forward to bringing the Arcturians through for this transmission. But before I do, I just want to say there's just a few more days before the workshop that lovely Tim Wilde and myself will be co-hosting. So if you are called to visiting not only the Great Central Sun, working with the Giant Ones, the founders, and traversing through the 7 suns that are assisting our ascension, then please do enroll. There will be a recording for those who can't make it live, and the recording is always just as powerful. But let's get back to what we are offering today, and that is a star channeling from the Arcturians who are answering a question. A question submitted. That question being, why is the dual soul relationship so extremely complicated? Even if both are awakened, how can we ease communication? What an excellent question. And just one moment while we bring in the Arcturians. We are here. Welcome, one and all. We are the Arcturian Council. It is such an honor to be here with you. And we love your questions. We love the desire of seeking, the knowing, the expansion unfolding. We love hearing how you wish to receive our articulation, our vibration and translation. And goodness, do we look forward to bringing through something for this pertinent and very important question right now. But first, we would like to invite you to place your hands right here along your hearts. Feel the beats and the breath. Feel the breath and the beats of your heart. It is complete. It is whole already. And this is the premise of successful relationships. Knowing that you are whole and complete already. There is no other half to you in the sense that often you think. For you are whole and complete already. In your soul energy, in your physical form. As humans, you've forgotten the art really of communication from the heart. And that is what is waiting to be reborn. What's really interesting to us is when two beings wishing to merge as one, the true tantric expression that you have on earth, the practical embodiment of the laws of this universe, to bring two souls together, to create that third energy, not to create one, but to create a third energy of light, of Christed light, to be born within. The divine mother, the divine father, creating the divine child in holy, sacred union. It's based in pranayama, it's based in breath of transcending the ego, dissolving it, not chasing the fleshly desires, but to rise up and up through your form, the seed of Christ, rising up to burst out of the crown. Now it's interesting because your heart, it knows that there is nothing complicated on your planet. Although it may seem that way, the brain can sometimes get a little too involved. But really, there is nothing challenging or difficult about loving or being loved. The thing that gets challenged is the ego. But we're awakened, humans say. Some aspects perhaps, but others, no. For there are multiple versions of the ego, of the mind that has been thought and thunk 1,000 times, and 1,000 times again through your lifetime and lifetimes. This is the thing that many humans forget, is that you have the inspiration of the beat of your heart and a clarity in that moment when you look eye to eye, breathe with that beloved, whom you offer a name to, twin flame, soulmate, dual soul, twin ray. The name isn't really of importance, although humans like to place an enormity of identification onto it. But what we would say is transcend the labels and bring it right down to the base. Because when the heart is at the forefront, we can see that no matter what is expressed, no matter what is expressed from any being, especially one whom you connect so thoroughly and so truthfully, it doesn't matter what they say or what they express, because you know when they express from their heart, and that is truth, and that is what you receive. And anything else you know to be process, you know to be alchemy in the process. Let us phrase this in a different way. The ego which is active is the spiritual ego in these cases. It's a very subtle aspect of the mental body from past times gone past. It is almost as though it's that buzz that you get from like the first time you go to the gym. The first time you achieve a bit of success, it's that burst, that biochemical burst, the hormone, the chemical within the physical form. And that bursts and that rises up to the crown, and you think, oh, I am awakened, I am enlightened. This is it. And we would say, oh, this is the beginning. This is a sneak preview of what the vibration can be maintained. But biochemical is not a vibration. It's a passing, fleeting thing, just like emotion. What we would say is, if you can, focus on being present and listening instead of telling. And that sounds so very simple, but let us explain further. The ego wants to speak and wants to say and wants to be right. And when the ego is present, there will always be a fight. There will always be contrast. There will always be challenging communication, because the other, or yourself, is not willing to hear without getting hooked. There is an identification happening within somewhere on some level. And usually it's invisible, it's hidden. So what we would say is, be the observer and breathe. Be the observer of your energy field. Be the observer of why you find it challenging, or why communication does not flow. Because when you observe, you're not speaking, you're witnessing. And when you witness with a heart open, when your chest is open wide, you hold the space for the process of whomever is beside or in front or within yourself, really. It doesn't have to be challenging. It doesn't have to be confusing. It doesn't have to be difficult. No, not at all. But it takes great courage and determination to know that when there is expression occurring, which may not be from the heart, rather than to shut it down or react back, just to witness and observe and open the heart and breathe and see them as a child of light, figuring something out and realigning more and more. Because when you see them whole already, rather than a half, especially a half of your soul, when you see them as whole and their own unique journey, getting to choose you through choice, not obligation, we release a part of the ego that's been very hidden. We release a part of the ego and let it dissolve into freedom. For the masculine energy is freedom. She is love and he is freedom. And freedom must be felt in love too. Freedom must be felt within her, within you. Freedom must be felt within our own emotional process. To make communication as easy as possible, we would say, listen to yourself first. More time in pranayama, more time in breathing and self-observing before exchanging biochemical reactions and before releasing life force energy. Cultivate, but do not release. Do not expend without creation. But let it rise and let it maintain a higher vibration. Let that seed of Christ move up your spine and find your words flow like beautiful birds in the sky. Just see what will happen. Just see how it shifts. It is the ego that is speaking when it is in challenges and rifts. And we love you so very much. Your questions are wonderful. From now until your new earth is formed, it is simply a dissolving of the ego. And as within, so without. So much love. We love you so very much.